Spartan and Roman soldiers were born from two very different worlds. Sparta existed for one purpose only: war. From childhood, Spartan boys were trained to become soldiers. Their society rejected luxury, art, and comfort. Everything revolved around discipline, endurance, and obedience. A Spartan soldier was not an individual, but part of a single fighting body. Rome followed a different path. Roman soldiers were citizens first, warriors second. They fought to expand, protect, and stabilize an empire. Rome valued organization, engineering, and long-term control. While Spartans trained for perfect battle moments, Romans prepared for endless campaigns across continents. Sparta created elite warriors for short, brutal wars. Rome created professional armies for sustained conquest. This difference would define how each fought, survived, and ruled history. Spartan training was designed to break weakness completely. Boys entered the agoge at age 7. They were starved, beaten, and pushed beyond human limits. Pain was not punished, weakness was. Survival meant learning endurance, silence, and absolute loyalty. By adulthood, Spartans feared shame more than death. Roman training was harsh but practical. Soldiers trained daily with heavy equipment to build strength. Marches lasted miles under full armor. They practiced formations, discipline, and obedience. Unlike Spartans, Roman soldiers could retire with rewards. Service was a path to land, honor, and citizenship. Spartan trained to die for the state. Romans trained to win wars and return alive. One forged fearlessness. The other forged endurance and control. Spartan armor was simple but effective. A round shield, spear, short sword, and helmet. Protection depended on formation, not heavy armor. The shield wall was their greatest weapon. Every Spartan trusted the man beside him completely. Roman soldiers wore layered armor for survival. They carried the scutum, a massive rectangular shield. Their gladius was short, deadly, and precise. Roman armor allowed flexibility in long battles. They fought in rotating lines to reduce fatigue. Wounded soldiers were replaced without breaking formation. Spartans fought as a single, unbreakable wall. Romans fought as a machine with moving parts. One relied on unity. The other relied on adaptability. Both designs were deadly, but only one could last for years of war. Spartans dominated direct combat. They advanced slowly, shield locked, spears forward. Retreat was dishonor. Holding the line mattered more than survival. Their tactics worked best on narrow terrain. Against equal numbers, Spartans were terrifying. Romans preferred tactical flexibility. They adapted to terrain, enemy style, and conditions. They built forts, bridges, and roads mid-campaign. Romans could fight, retreat, regroup, and return stronger. They used deception, reserves, and flanking attacks. Commanders adjusted plans during battle. Spartans aimed to end battles quickly. Romans aimed to win wars slowly. One crushed enemies with courage, the other exhausted enemies with strategy. On open fields and long wars, Rome held the advantage. For Spartans, war was identity. They existed to fight, dominate, and protect their way of life. Peace was weakness. Comfort was corruption. Victory brought honor. Defeat brought shame. Their culture demanded perfection in battle. Rome viewed war as a tool. It was used to expand borders and secure stability. War built roads, cities, and governance. Roman victory meant control, not destruction. Defeated enemies were absorbed into the empire. Rome preferred dominance over annihilation. Sparta burned bright but narrow. Rome grew wide and enduring. One valued system and order. History would decide which philosophy could truly shape the world. In a single battle, Spartans were nearly unmatched. Against equal numbers, their discipline could shatter enemies. But wars are not decided in moments. They are decided over time. Rome's strength was sustainability. They replaced losses, adapted tactics, and learned from defeat. Rome could lose battles and still win wars. Sparta lacked population and flexibility. Every fallen warrior weakened the state permanently. Rome turned defeat into innovation. That is why Rome conquered the Mediterranean world. The Spartan soldier represents peak warrior spirit. The Roman soldier represents unstoppable empire-building power, courage versus strategy, honor versus endurance. In battle, Sparta inspires awe. In history, Rome always wins. So who truly wins this battle of history? The Spartan, forged by pain, discipline, and absolute sacrifice? Or the Roman, trained for endurance, strategy, and empire-wide conquest? One fought for honor until death. The other fought to expand and protect a civilization. Different warriors, different philosophies. But both changed the courage of history forever. Their clash was never just about strength. It was about mindset, purpose, and legacy. If you love epic battles, legendary warriors, and the true stories behind history's greatest conflicts, subscribe to Epic Conflicts and War. Because history is not dead. It's still fighting.